Welcome to the first episode of Backlog Completionist, where we go through my backlog and complete games that I've started but never finished, or games that I've been wanting to play but never got a chance to start them. In today's episode, we're going to be playing a game called Evil West and trying to get the Platinum Trophy in it. I have 19 out of the 30 trophies available. First step of business is completing the game on Evil difficulty. I'm on Chapter 11. There are 16 chapters in the game, so let us begin. Day one was just mainly a learning experience, figuring out what all the buttons do and how to use all my abilities correctly. Chapter 11 has us fighting a bunch of enemies in front of the church. This fight took a minute. I died a lot of times, and I knew I could dash, but I did not know how to do it. So I struggled here. I activated my supercharge mode.
Stupid ass bitch. Oh no!
And then eventually,
I hate this.
I completed it and moved on to the next chapter. In chapter 12, I remember how to dash, and I remembered how to pull in enemies to me, and I remember how to do the E combo on enemies. Day 2. In day 2, I remembered why I hated this one flying enemy. Because he protects enemies as long as those little pods around him are not broken, and as long as he's alive. So this fight took a minute, but as soon as I got a run where I killed him, the fight was relatively easier than him staying alive. But I hate this enemy. I hope I never have to fight him again. In chapter 14, we get our first 2 trophy pops for collecting all cash and unlocking all hidden perks. And then we start the first major boss in Evil difficulty, William Rentier. This fight took a while to complete. It was very difficult. I died a lot, but we kept going until we completed it eventually.
You're done! This is the last chance to see! Disobedience leads to chaos! This is your last lesson, son! I've never felt so alive!
And in this run, we managed to get him to his second phase. And what I love about the boss fights in this game is they create a checkpoint every time you go to a different phase. But even though we got to the second phase, death is always around the corner watching. So we died like a couple minutes into this first run of phase 2.
God. Okay. First phase. Please. Oh, you kidding me?
After a couple of deaths, we locked in the second phase, and we managed to get him into his third phase. But death is always around the corner.
Hunting sword won't save you, Jesse. Let's see what you've learned.
This first run of phase 3 was very close to being the only one I needed. But in the end, I threw, resulting in many more avoidable deaths that could
Oh,
have
you
been
did
prevented.
that! Oh, he done that.
One of these toys won't save you, Jesse.
After a lot of deaths and finally locking in some more, we secure the kill and get the trophy for defeating this boss on evil difficulty. Chapter 15 was home of the last weapon upgrade that I didn't find in my first playthrough. Even though I have the trophy for finding all the cash, I'm still going to have to find all the cash throughout all the levels again in a third playthrough to get all the upgrades unlocked. Day 3. Today we started the final boss fight. This boss took a lot of deaths to complete all 3 of their phases. I want y'all to keep an eye on the death count on the bottom left and just see how many deaths this boss put me through. This first phase alone took a while. The second and third phases, to me, were easier than the first for some reason. We did get to phase 2, but I got a lot more deaths in phase 2 as we continued. But eventually we got one run where something weird happened. The game bugged, and the boss went invisible for a second.
Much better.
Regardless of the boss going invisible this phase, we managed to get the boss into their third phase. But when there's a new phase, all that means is there's going to be more death. Potentially more boss. In this run, for some reason the boss decided to spawn halfway in the floor, and I'll let y'all see what happens this run. It was cutting it close right here, but we managed to defeat the final boss, triggering the cutscene, therefore giving us the trophy for defeating beating the boss on evil difficulty.
Such a wonderful place, what a shame we can't stay this exhausting
And now we're moving on to the miscellaneous trophies. First off, we had to kill the Parasiter without killing his minions, which was honestly pretty easy. I did it first try. And then I got this trophy while going to the second boss that I needed for getting 30 kills with all electrified augmented weapons. Then we killed the Brunch without learning to heal. It took me 3 attempts on story difficulty. And while going through all 3 levels to go get the miscellaneous boss trophies, I was collecting all the cash I could in this third playthrough, and here was where I got the last bit of cash that I needed to get the last upgrade, therefore giving me the trophy for having all the upgraded weapons unlocked at the same time. And then we made it to the final miscellaneous boss trophy to get us platinum. These are the potential options for what I want to plat next.